Hey everyone, this is Flub here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about some crazy new things that have been released about Geometry Dash Update 2.2, and I'm going to give my opinion on the new features and additions. Alright, so in the official Geometry Dash Discord server, a lot of quote-unquote patch notes was posted, detailing a lot of new news that came up from RobTop about 2.2. At the top of this list, in bold and caps, Challenge Mode and Platformer Mode. So obviously this confirms that Challenge Mode is to be coming in 2.2, which is exciting. From my experience, Challenge Mode seems to be more of like a maybe than a concrete yes, but now we know that it is a yes. So for those of you who don't know what Challenge Mode is, which I'm sure there are a lot of you out there, Challenge Mode is said to be like Geometry Dash multiplayer pretty much. Sort of where you can play with your friends on the same level at the same time and compete with each other. For me, this will be huge, as doing Flub versus fans on Geometry Dash would be way easier to control and manage, so I'm really excited for this. In the notes, it also said that Challenge Mode chat is more like an actual chat, not like daily chat comments. This is a little bit confusing, but I think it'll be pointing out that there will also be an internal chat on Geometry Dash for Challenge Mode, so you can message the people that you are challenging at the current time. So for me, this won't be super helpful since I'll plan to be on a Discord call during FVF, but this is a great addition in general. The next one is a bit of a strange one. Quote, Challenge Mode can be evolved in many ways, end quote. So I'm really confused on this one a little bit. It's clearly intended to be cryptic, so its full meaning isn't really decipherable yet. What I'm thinking is that there will be a lot of different ways to mess with Challenge Mode and customize it. So on screen is concept art that I created of a customization menu for Challenge Mode, and I sort of think that this is what that point is referring to, sort of ways you can customize the actual Challenge Mode and make it your own. Up next, it talks about Platformer Mode, which is what I believe we saw in Sub-Zero. With these platform modes, you can interact with walls, which I thought was already a thing, but I guess that's cool. And then it'll also be its own game mode, just like the ship or wave. Pretty simple stuff. There will also be a pause and resume trigger for platform mode, which may mean that it's very customizable to move instead of just being sent in one specific direction. There's also actually leaked footage of this, uploaded to YouTube by The Real Phoenix. In the gameplay on screen, you can see the player moving left and right at their own will. To be honest, I think this seems kind of weird, takes away from what Geometry Dash really is. I don't really know, but it's kind of strange. It's a bit weird, but I guess we'll see what happens in the future. So besides this, there are a few bug fixes. In an ice block, that'll be all slippery and stuff, but that's the end of the first block. Thanks for sticking with me. This is a lot. Definitely a lot of interesting information. Alright, now on to the features section. So there's a lot for this, so buckle up. More gauntlets, specifically the map. Judging by the word choice and the fact that it says let's call it the map, I feel like there may be some sort of almost a story mode for future gauntlets. Like a giant map that you go through while completing the gauntlet levels. I mean, I think this sounds super interesting. I really enjoyed the gauntlets, and I'm excited to adventure through the map, if that's what it really is. Another great thing I see on the third line, new uses for mana orbs, demon keys, diamonds, and also some new shards. So since 2.1 came out almost 3 years ago, everyone who's played the game since has had an overwhelmingly high amount of orbs, keys, and diamonds just laying around. Hopefully these will come to use in 2.2 and can be used to buy some pretty cool things like new icons, maybe some other things that RobTop will think of. Right below that, diamonds get more interesting. Very cryptic. To be honest, I have no idea what this means. Maybe more uses for them? Rob already mentioned this, but the fact that diamonds are mentioned twice is hinting at something else. I really am curious about what you guys think. Give me your theories and ideas below on this. I'll make sure to read and interact with you guys. Now, we have a few things for unlisted levels. So unlisted levels are levels that are not published publicly in viewed one's profile, but instead need an ID to be found. So as of now, the IDs can only be searched up by friends of the creator, and unlisted levels are no longer needing to be verified in 2.2, and they can be chosen to be searched up by only friends or anyone you can choose. This way, people working on mega collabs won't need to add secret ways or slave through their part to verify it. They can just save time by uploading it. Choosing whether an unlisted level is searchable by everyone or just friends is also a cool addition. Some people want to share unlisted levels with people, but may not want to friend everyone to make that the case. This just makes it easier. Now this next one is big for creators and level testers, and maybe even pro players. A slow button in the pause menu. So I'm not 100% sure if this means like the playtest in the level editor or an actual normal mode, but I guess we'll see. It seems cool. What's left in this section is that there'll be ways to recommend songs, and the ability for mods to have an option to epic or legendary send, which I guess allows them to send a level as epic to Rob Top, which I thought they could do already, but I guess not. Alright, new features down, now into the objects section. So there are now updated limits in the creator menu, level, whatever. The current object limit we have now is 40,000, and in 2.2 it seems like there's going to be 3 options you can choose from: 40,000, 80,000, or unlimited. So this is cool. A lot of people use creator hacks right now to add extra object in the game, so at least this would make it easier for creators who like to over decorate their levels, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. There's also going to be new pixel art and blocks, I guess, pixel art objects and blocks. So this is great. I've already seen some amazing pixel art in the game already with what we have. These new and amazing sounding blocks. It'll be really easier than ever for people to use and create. Other noteworthy additions: more animated objects, moving blocks being optimized, which is great because they're buggy a whole heck of a lot, and then also some new fonts, which would be nice as well. Alright, we're in the end game now. New triggers. There's one for placing and ending, which, I mean, like a start position, but an end position. I think it's a cool trigger to have. Now it seems it'll be easier to put blocks around the area where you beat the level, because normally it would push the ending further back. Okay, I'm being honest here. I don't know enough about triggers in the level editor to understand much of what is detailed in the triggers section. If any of you could explain to me in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just so clueless here. Alright, perhaps the greatest of all: bug fixes. Leaderboards finally being updated. Wow, it's been years. So much has changed in the top 100 in the last few years that the top 100 is going to look entirely different when it's actually updated. Definitely needs updates, and constant ones. Physics will behave more consistently, so hopefully this will minimize a lot of bugs, and hopefully some 144Hz bugs as well. The next one, fixed robot high jump bug. Rest in peace, easy verify secret glitch. However, you can still do it because you can enable the bug for old levels. We're still out here. Smooth fix doesn't slow down levels. To be honest, I didn't know that it did in the first place. And lastly, a lot of things supposedly have better performance in 2.2. Now this is great. Geometry Dash have felt horribly unoptimized over the last few years. I know a good amount of people who've needed to get gaming computers just to run Geometry Dash on consistent FPS. For a 2D platformer, that should not be the case. Alright, now to the final section. More gauntlet contests, great. I love gauntlets, I love contests. More icon contests, also great. I love contests, and I like new icons. Account management page fix, that should be a good fix too, I think. To be honest, I haven't really used the account management page in years, so I don't even remember what it looks like. Oh. I definitely see why there needs to be a new one. This is terrible. New GD light level, sure, cool. Finally, RobTop wants to add community ideas in 2.3, and that's also so great. Community can be a huge help, and for finding good additions to the game, it's very good to come and ask the community. Overall, I'm very impressed by all these patch notes. This has given me a whole lot of motivation and inspiration to play the game when 2.2 comes out, maybe even now. But 2.2 really seems to be making some progress, and the fact that this is being posted really shows that we're getting closer and closer to its release. But when will it be? Still don't know. With the 2.1 awards already out, we can hope that it'll drop sooner than later. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is a lot of information. Hopefully it gives you guys some hope, as it definitely did for me. See you guys in the next video. Peace.